Today we're on a big mission today. It is 5 in the morning in Nicaragua right now, and our mission is to go find workers here to take up to the coffee farm. At the coffee farm, we've been falling behind with our work. We haven't been able to find people to help us fertilize, pick cherries, and plant new coffee. So today we're gonna go up into the mountains of Nicaragua, and we're gonna be driving about an hour up south and then east into this small community where there's a group of people that like to work in coffee. And basically we're gonna go see if we can find some people to join us to our drive up to the farm. We've been harvesting coffee, as you can see. Here we have some of the coffee that we harvested last week, and it's drying. It's looking amazing. This year is gonna be a very good harvest. So it's important we find people, because if we don't find people, we can't get stuff done at the farm. So it's going to be a very interesting vlog because we are gambling. I have no idea if there's going to be people there. I have no idea if we are going to be able to find people. So pray for us, fingers crossed. We're going to make that cup of coffee, finish packing the truck, and we're going to head out up to the farm with some people. We got to think that positive attitude. Let's get going. All right, guys, I got a game plan. Now, this game plan is gonna help us find the people we need. I don't wanna have to go up into the mountains blindly and then not find anyone. So the game plan is we're gonna go pick up my friend Sergio, who owns a coffee farm, and he's done this plenty of times. So we're hoping with him we can strike some luck with some people, because it can get competitive because there's other farmers already there pulling people. So let's go pick him up right now. Hopefully he's awake. It's really early right now. Yeah, they got some nice cumbia going in the morning today. So this is not the first time that I'm going up to this place to look for people. I actually did this about 4 months ago, and I couldn't find anyone. Not only that, to top it off, I got ghosted. There was this worker that I did find, and he's like, if you come back tomorrow, I will go to your farm and help you. I show up the next day and he wasn't there. So it was like a 2-day strikeout. The video's on this channel here, if you haven't seen it. For those of you that are regular followers, you know what I'm talking about, and you guys are awesome. Basically, it sucked. I had to go to the farm empty-handed. But today, I think we'll be able to find people. And that's just the reality right now with looking for people. It's just the younger generation doesn't want to farm coffee or work in the agricultural industry right now. They would rather move to the city or migrate to a different country. So that's what we're facing as a coffee producer, coffee farmer. Those are the challenges that we're facing here. But since it's Sunday right now in Nicaragua, all the streets are empty right now. And it's very quiet, very unusual, because usually this is hustling and bustling at this time. And my friend Sergio lives in this corner here, and when he's ready, he's gonna come out. So we'll give him a little honk. Entonces, bro, ¿cómo está? Todo bueno. Yeah, todo bien. All right, we're ready to rock. Let's go. All right, guys, we're gonna enter right here. It looks like there's some people. Hay gente ahí. Les preguntamos ahí.
¿Están esperando viaje? ¿Para dónde va?
¿Para dónde va?
No, para la montaña, ¿no?
So we're gonna give them a ride and see if we can find people. Turns out that they might be willing to come, yeah, but they're barely coming back from an event. So we're gonna give them a ride to the community and see if they're willing to pack up and come with us. ¿Qué pensás que van a venir con nosotros?
Bueno, la mano de Dios, ¿no?
Sí. ¿Cómo se llama esta comunidad aquí, Sergio?
Cayantú, no, aquí está Togalpa.
Ajá.
Y ahorita vamos para Cayantú y hasta Cuje.
Y entonces, esta comunidad, ¿por qué será que aquí sale tanta gente a trabajar?
Es que no, como es este corredor seco, aquí no llueve mucho, entonces la gente, cuando ya viene el verano, sale a trabajar mejor a la finca, a recolectar café y traer dinero para sembrar en entrada de invierno.
Ah, ¿y qué siembran ahí ellos en las comunidades?
Maíz y frijoles solo aquí, ¿no?
Maíz y frijoles. Well, right now we have about an hour drive into the mountains. It's pretty dirt tracks here, so no paved roads. We're gonna take it slow. Best case scenario is that these two people here, they sign up to go, so they pick up their luggage and then they come back with us and we find someone else. Worst case scenario is that we drop them off and then they don't keep their word and they go back home and they don't come with us. So then we'll be left up in the air looking for more people. So the gamble stays on. We will see how this story develops as we move on right now. So we got this long drive, and at least it's a beautiful drive up in the mountains. Everything is lush green, it's quiet, and it's beautiful scenes with these mountain backgrounds right now. ¿Será que lleves este ahí?
No.
So we just made it to the meeting point right now. So it's sort of like a roundabout bus stop here. There's people waiting, and supposedly this is where the workers come out. So the people that we had in the back of the truck with us, they went to go get their things. They said wait 30 minutes and we'll be back, but we're kind of doubtful that they're gonna be back, to be honest. So we're gonna wait around here. Sergio's already asking around to see if he can find some people, but there's some people waiting here, and so yeah, it's part of life. So we're gonna wait around, see what happens. Hopefully if these people don't come back, we can find new people. So far the people are telling us that it is graduation for the little kids on the 5th, so most people won't be able to make it or leave. So for us to find some people is going to be a slim chance. This is what a local guy was telling us, but we'll see. We're still going to wait around and hope our luck, because we only need 3 people technically, so it's not much, but this is what he's saying. So it's kind of a negative news there and a little bit of a cloud over our sun, but we'll see what happens. En la ruta se vinieron.
En moto.
Ah, en moto. ¿Qué vale el pan?
Esta vale 50 la lista, pero hago por 30 pesos. De 30 pesos. ¿Cómo es? ¿A 2 cordos?
¿A 2 cordos?
Sí.
¿No querés, Sergio?
No.
Me da 4, por favor. Ahí está, bien. Gracias.
Bueno. Le doy.
Good bread. Handmade. Local bread. After waiting around, this is when we ran into Jose Santos, a local native that's been living in this community all his life. We decided to exchange phone numbers because he told me he can recruit some people for me. It's been a while since I used an old school phone, so it was a nice reminder how far we've come with technology, but we exchanged our phone numbers. So we're gonna head out now. We waited about an hour and the people never came back. So unfortunately they didn't keep their word, but fortunately is that we found this other guy that he's gonna be able to search people for us in the next 4 days, and hopefully by next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, he's gonna have people for me. So he said to call him on Wednesday at 1 p.m. to see if he's able to find the people. So silver lining is the people didn't come out, but we found a contractor that finds people for you, and I got his phone number. So now we gotta head back into town. We're gonna give some people a ride there. They're getting into the truck, and then we gotta continue the journey of building this farm out here. Well, we have to change the game plan today. This vlog is taking sideways turns, but it just goes to show that in life you may plan things, but sometimes it doesn't go as planned. There was a picture one time I saw on Instagram, was just like someone trying to start a business and they think the path to success is straight up, but really it's just like a bunch of circles. You go backwards, you come forward, and then you're slowly progressing up towards your goals. So today we're going backwards, but it's fine. We're gonna enjoy the day here in Nicaragua. What we're gonna do is we're gonna walk to a local market here, and it's Sunday right now in Nicaragua. So we're gonna go get some soup, some fresh, delicious soup that they make every Sunday in the markets. It is noon, so hopefully they still have some available because it sells out quick. So let's make our way to the local market. From there, I need to go pay rent and buy some things and materials. And then we're gonna be heading to the farm tomorrow after we buy some more materials when they open the hardware stores. Since it's Sunday here in Nicaragua, they don't open the hardware stores on Sunday. So let's move on. So I learned a lot today. I think part of the reason we failed to find people was, one, there's an event coming up next week where all the kiddos are graduating from school, so the families don't want to go work anywhere, which makes sense. And here in Nicaragua, people prioritize their family over work. They'd rather be a month without work and be at home with the family or doing their thing, their own time, than be at work. Two is that we didn't have any recruiters ahead of time to call so we can make it work. But now that I have Santos' phone number, he says he's gonna find some people for me. So we'll see if he keeps his word. If he keeps his word, then I'll use him as a recruit. So going forward, I can just call him, say, hey, I need 4 people. Then he'll rally up the people, I'll show up, and I'm good to go. So we gotta see. By the end of this vlog, we should know, right? Next is, I couldn't even imagine having a big farm and having to find 100 people like that. What a headache that would be. I would need like a huge truck, like 14 different recruits around, running around, looking for people. And that's what happens here in Nicaragua, is that big farms need to do that. And every year it's getting less and less people that you can find. So it's just an uphill battle. He doesn't answer, give him a call. Hola Julio.
¿Cómo está?
Bien, bien.
Hacia adentro.
So good thing he was home, just paid rent. $280 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath here in Nicaragua. It's not like the most luxurious. It's a nice home. I think it's very affordable. That's part of the reason I love Nicaragua here. Of course, number one is the people though. But check it out, I want to show you something. This is the Cathedral of Bogotá, and look how beautiful it is. I believe it was built in the 1860s, and this garden here is just incredible to come walk, come spend some time with family. Since Christmas is coming up, they really like to do up the parks very nice here. Like to put a lot of lights, a lot of Christmas trees, and make it very festive. They're still working on it. I'm gonna have to do a video where we come back at night so you guys can see all these lights at night. But the church is looking nice. Looks like they might have an event today. This is what I'm talking about. The festivities that they're prepping this year here is every year they'll prep these stands here for the Virgin Mary, the birth of Jesus. And I believe they have competitions to see which stand is the best design, what lights up the best. And they're still setting up though. At night it looks incredibly beautiful. Oh, check it out, take a look at the first ones over there up ahead. Those look very nice. I haven't seen them, first time seeing them since I've been up in the mountains the past 2 weeks, just working away at the cabin. Look at that, how beautiful it's coming together. At night with the lights, it looks way better. We'll have to come back here and do another video on this here. Got the enchiladas going, the fresh tortillas, local vendors. Some people prefer Managua, Nicaragua, which is Managua the capital. But now Managua though is such a big city. There's so much hustle and bustle and traffic that I personally don't like it. The reason I like to be in Nicaragua is because of this. Small pueblos, small business owners, like home feel, you know, like things shut down on Sundays so you can be with family. But now it's more commercial, kind of like LA or New York traffic. So those are the kinds of things that I look for when traveling or exploring new places in Nicaragua, is where are people at that haven't been, like where's the path less traveled. So the further up north you get, the more you get away from the path most traveled, where everyone's at. So if you're a true adventurer and explorer, I think I'd recommend for you to come up north and check it out. You might end up liking it. So here in Nicaragua, you just have to weave in and out of traffic. Let's see. ¿Tienen sopa? De res? ¿Sí? ¿Tiene espacio donde sentarse o no?
Son varios.
¿Ah?
Son varios.
Solo yo.
¿Puede ser aquí en el comedor o allá?
¿Me puedo sentar aquí para comer sopa? Sí, gracias.
Todas estas dos están reservadas.
Alright, just ordered some soup. The lady was kind enough to let me sit with her at her table. I'm excited. It looks good. There's a lot of people eating soup here today, so we came at the right time. Usually it goes quick. ¿Cómo se llama usted?
María Augusto.
Ah, María. ¿Y usted de Ocotán original?
Sí, sí.
Ah, ya. ¿Y siempre viene los domingos a comer sopa?
No siempre. Hoy porque es que estoy recibiendo mi pensión.
Ah,
No me
felicidad.
daba cuenta que estaba ahí en el banco.
Hoy. Muchas gracias. Wow, look at that. The fresh soup. Look how delicious that looks with a little bit of rice and lime. We're gonna go ahead and dig in. Try it out. Oh man, that is good. It's well balanced. The meat has fat, so the broth has some fat to it, and all natural ingredients. Oh my god, amazing. And then you take a little bit of rice, you dip it in the soup. Holy smokes, I'm in heaven right now. I'm kind of glad the people didn't show up, because I wouldn't be here if they did show up. Amazing. I'm lucky I found it, because the lady was telling me they were selling out and they only had one more left. So this is awesome. I'm almost done here, but it's hitting the spot. Good thing it's not summer 100% yet, because I would be sweating eating this soup here. So good. Well, I have to say that hit the spot. And then for dessert, we have a little mandarin. Oh no, I lost it. Hi, nice capper. What a nice lady, telling me about her life and stuff. That's typical of the people in Nicaragua. They will open up and receive you with kind arms. Super cool experience. She was telling me that she has a daughter that's in Philadelphia that's working a ton of hours in the States, and she's very stressed out. She wants to come back to Nicaragua, which is I always find a little bit interesting, because you have people migrating from here to the US, and then you have people leaving the US to Nicaragua. So it's just this like weird balance going on with the life. Some come and some are going. So we're gonna climb up these set of stairs here, and the reason we're climbing up, so I want to show you guys kind of how big this city is. You can get an idea. The population here is around 55,000 people, so it's not the smallest city nor the largest, somewhere on the smaller sector though, compared to Managua, León, Estelí, Matagalpa. And from this viewpoint you can kind of get a better idea. So essentially the town is a full circle from those mountains all the way around 360. Looks like I would have to get to a higher vantage point to fully show you, but as you can see, it's kind of small compared to other cities that I've been to. It's a beautiful day today, and when sunset hits, those mountains back there look incredible. And this is a nice viewpoint here that they created up here. We can come hang out at night. Before we head up to the farm, we need to get a couple of things done here in the city. We need to go buy a circular saw. We need to buy some wood, some nails, and some glue for the cabin that we're building. So after we run these errands, we're gonna take a 2-hour drive up into the mountains and get to work in the cabin. Later, at some point, we're gonna have to call Santos, our recruit, our new employee, our new team member, to see if he's found some people. If he has, then we're gonna have to come back all the way to these mountains to pick up some people. But we'll see what the future holds for us. Let's go run these errands before we head up to the mountain. Esa regla, esa 1x3, ¿verdad?
420 metros.
This is perfect. This is exactly the wood I needed. So we're gonna load up the truck with about 12 pieces. Then we're gonna go to the next hardware store. All right, we spent a total of $51. So we bought a total of 15 pieces of wood. Each piece of wood came out to $4.10. So now we're gonna go to the next store. Hopefully they got what we need, and then we're on our way. We are on our way to build this dream of rebuilding the family coffee farm. Let's get going. 8:30. So we finally made it to the farm, and we need to get to work on the cabin that we've been building out here. If you are an avid follower of the channel, you know exactly how far along we've been pushing hard to get to this point here. So we're gonna take advantage of being at the farm, and we're gonna get some work done. But before we do that, I'm gonna cook myself some eggs. I am pretty hungry. So I have the oil heating up here. I'm also gonna make myself some coffee. So I have the kettle going with the clever dripper, and then the eggs and a little bit of bread that we're gonna enjoy with our coffee here so we can fuel up. Looks like the eggs are finally coming along here. Look at that, some nice fresh eggs. Gotta put that back on the heat. It needs to get hotter though. It's struggling to get hot. It's pretty cold here in Nicaragua, and the water's taking forever to boil. Take a look at the yolk on these eggs. Look how yellow that is. They are so fat. We're gonna go ahead and pass it along here. Oh yeah, oh no, they broke. I didn't want to break the yolk yet, but it broke. Let's go ahead and try it before it spills all over. Look at that. Wow. Oh my God. I don't know what the hell these chickens were eating, but these guys were eating some balanced nutritional diet there because it tastes so good. Amazing. This is delicious. The simple meals are the best meals. All right, the water is boiling now. We're gonna go ahead and open this cup of noodle here. I'm gonna pour some of this piping hot water in here. Then we're gonna leave the remainder of the water to drink some coffee later on. So we'll leave it in the stove there on low heat, making sure it stays boiling there. And we're gonna let this sit for a little bit. All right, guys, the lunch of champions. Yummy. Oh man. Comment below, when was the last time you had a cup of noodle? I rarely have these things. I've had them like 3 times this week here filming. Right behind me is actually the wall that we've been working on the past I'd say week. So if you see my other videos, it took a long time to finish this wall. Today we're gonna work on the front of the house, which is pretty exciting because it's the whole front. So it's the beautiful grand face of the house where people are gonna come in and get to see. So we have to make sure that we do everything carefully, and we're gonna start on that today. I'm not sure if we'll finish. We have right now maybe 3 hours of work before the sun goes down, and then tomorrow I have about maybe 6 hours of work before I need to head down to the city if the guy confirms that he has people for me. So we'll see how things go, but we're slowly getting there. We're gonna go check out what we have going on at the processing plant right now. Since it is coffee season, it's actually about to start right now. So coffee season, I'll say in about 15 days is gonna be very heavy. Right now we're doing a light harvest, which is what we call la despinta here in Nicaragua, which is a cleaning phase to remove any cherries that ripened early. But check it out. Here I have some coffee that's gonna be ready to be brought with us down to the city to dry. Look how amazing that looks. This is the coffee that we're drinking now. And also this is the coffee that, if you buy my coffee online, is the coffee that you drink yourself. We take good pride in making sure that we only give you good quality. As you can see, look how clean it is. This is all the stuff you don't want to drink that we've separated out. When you drink crappy, cheap coffee, everything is mixed. So you're drinking defects and coffee that weren't ripe all the way. So it's kind of like eating fruit or meat that wasn't well done or wasn't ready to be eaten. So yeah, check it out. We're gonna bring this down with us all the way to Ocotad so it can get dried and get ready for next year's export so we can import it into the States. These are the hopes and dreams of my dad and my grandma. So before they passed away, I made a promise to them that I was gonna rebuild this farm. So every time we harvest coffee, it's just a good reminder to me that we're keeping good on the promise, and we're still early in the process, but we've been slowly growing. The channel's growing. You guys are buying more coffee, we're selling more coffee, and we're building better conditions on the farm. So it's amazing to keep this dream alive. So when it's harvest season, this represents to me the dream that keeps on going. We're gonna bring this down with us. We're also gonna bring this down right here, which is washed coffee we just washed today for drying. Since it is gloomy out in the farm, we won't be able to dry this in the farm. And since we are higher elevation, we can't dry it because it gets too cold. We don't have the greenhouse to dry it. In the future, maybe we will. It's amazing that we're bringing down coffee with us though, because that means that at least we're not gonna go back empty-handed, and the truck will be loaded, so we can keep our transportation costs low, which is great. We want to add a silicone barrier at the bottom. Check it out right here. See, if I lift this up, I want this metal plate to be sealed so water doesn't get in if it lands in the concrete. So we're gonna add this silicone all across the bottom of this wall before we start putting any wood to waterproof the whole area here. After the first step of adding the silicone, we got to putting these wood planks here that are running across the building. Now these wood planks are important because they're gonna allow us to have the support to drill in the planks that are gonna be standing up vertically. There you have it right here, and we're making progress. It's looking amazing, and we started to get really excited because this is the front of the house and we're getting that much closer to being done. Building a house has been incredibly difficult, especially since this is the first one that we've ever done, but we have learned a lot, and there's no better feeling than working with your hands. So we're loading some coffee up to take with us. We're about to call Santos pretty soon, but we're getting ready because the coffee mill is gonna close in about like 3 hours. So we wanna make sure we make it in enough time so we can leave the coffee drying. So we have about 500 pounds of coffee that we're bringing down into town right now. Let me show you how far we got with the wall. Check it out. This is what it's looking like. It's coming along, it's looking nice. Of course, we have to sand it and do all the trim work and everything to make it look nice and buttoned up. But we couldn't finish the whole wall, but I'm happy with what it looks like right now and how it's turning out. I wanted a rustic cabin look, similar to like Lake Tahoe in California. All right, guys, moment of truth. Let's give him a phone call right now. It is 1:04. He said to call him at 1 p.m. on Wednesday. So today's Wednesday, so let's give him a call. Hey. His phone is off. Let's try it one more time. We're gonna give it another shot here. No answer, so we're gonna hit the road, and I'm gonna tell you my plan B then while we're on the road here. All right, guys, we made it to the processing mill, and this is where I work my coffee usually, and this is my good friend Claudia.
Hi, Elton.
So Claudia, you want to tell everybody a little bit about your coffee business here in Nicaragua, and what do you do?
Well, we are a dry mill and we process coffee here in Vida Sul. And what we're trying to do actually is to set up in a space that everyone feels welcome, feels like at home in the farm, and feels like they can bring the coffee like you, and you can have the security that we're going to give the best to your coffee, like drying in a good way and milling in a good way. That also we have a beautiful team. They know a lot about what they are doing and what we do a lot of things.
Perfect.
Like, yes.
Amazing.
So we need to talk more later, but yeah, it's just home.
And then how long have you been in coffee for?
16 years.
Oh, 16 years.
Yeah.
And then now, how long has this business existed here, and what is the name of your business here?
This is Vida Sul, and we set up Vida Sul 6 years ago.
Okay.
This is our second year in this beautiful place, and I love it.
Oh yeah, last year they moved over here, right?
We moved in December, and so you can see still we are building the place and just giving our touch. Feeling like, it's like home.
Starting to feel like home.
Exactly, and we hope that you can feel like home soon.
Yeah.
Like with so many plants and stuff, and also like there we have the cold room, but we process coffee too.
Oh yeah, cold room. We're gonna. I think I'm gonna make a whole video. Maybe we can give the people a little bit of a like in-depth tour. Yeah. Claudia's been awesome to me, along with her husband Tim and the whole team at Vida Sul, since I've only been learning about coffee these past 2 years. So from them I've learned a lot, and those are the people these are the guys that dry my coffee. So if you drink my coffee online, they've touched it. So they've dealt with it, and that's why part of the reason it tastes good.
Enjoy Elton Coffee. He's doing also a beautiful job, and most important, we're learning a lot from him with everything about communication and sharing knowledge.
Yeah,
so this is awesome.
That's what coffee's about.
Exactly.
People. All right, guys. So I have to say that this vlog turned out to be completely different than I thought when I first initiated 2 days ago with you guys. But we got a lot done. We worked at the farm. We dropped off the coffee. So it's drying in a safe place. So I am actually happy. And that's part of building a business or living here in Nicaragua, is you always plan things, but most of the times or sometimes it doesn't go as planned. So you just gotta adjust and then retry again. Claudia, actually, I wanted to tell you guys, runs coffee courses here in Nicaragua, and they're very interesting. You get to learn everything about the farm, from farming coffee to tasting coffee, how to process it, how to pick it. And I'm gonna probably make a video later on sharing with you guys on the courses. So if you're interested in coming out to Nicaragua to try this out, this would be the course for you. It even includes lodging and everything. So stay tuned for that video. Make sure to subscribe and share with your friends. I'll see you on next week's video. It's your Coffee Familia signing off.